Welcome to Lost in English， 这句英文跟你想的不一样。我们用轻松的聊天方式，陪你一起学会生活中最常见的英文片语及惯用法。I'm Shirley，
I'm Kaede。
今天我们要介绍的片语是 keep up。虽然字面上有持续往上的意思，但是在对话当中，它其实可以跟某件事情的进度上是有关系的哦。所以我们先来听听一段对话，看看你能不能猜出真正的意思。How's everything at the office?
Busy. I'm just trying to keep up with all the emails and reports I missed.
That sounds stressful. Do you think you will be able to catch up by the end of the day?
Hopefully. Just trying to keep up as fast as I can.
So, Kaede, what does keep up mean here?
Keep up means to catch up with work and stay on top of it.
在这个片语里，动词 keep 本身有保持的意思，而介系词 up 则是有往上的意思。所以当我们说 keep up 后面接 something， 直接翻就可以翻成保持往上的意思。但换句话说，就是我们中文常说的跟上进度啊，或者是跟上某个资讯啊，或是消息的意思咯。通常可以用在像是工作或是学习上的进度，像这样的情境中所使用的一个片语。So, Kaede, I know you grew up in Canada, but you still speak fluent Japanese, right? Which is pretty rare for people with backgrounds like yours. How did you keep up with learning Japanese?
So when I was young, my parents only spoke to me in Japanese. So my very first language was actually Japanese, and I didn't learn English until I started kindergarten. I learned it through school.
Oh, so was it hard to keep up with your Japanese once you started school in English, or did your parents have a way to help you stay fluent?
Yeah, my parents also signed me up for a Japanese program where they send you textbooks every month with some fun toys and stickers and things like that. And I would learn different subjects in Japanese, like biology, social studies, math, and then, of course, Japanese as well.
Oh, interesting. That's really a good way to keep up with the language for kids. So I guess you can read and write Japanese too, not just speak it, right?
I can read it if it's in the most simple form, but the kanji characters, the ones that come from Chinese characters, are so difficult for me to remember since there's thousands of them. And then I also don't use them in my daily life, so I don't get to practice reading or writing at all.
That's really funny because for us, that's definitely the easiest part as a Taiwanese.
Oh, wow.
For Taiwanese people, I mean. Yeah, we probably can't pronounce those characters in Japanese, but we can kind of guess the meaning since we know Chinese.
Right, yeah. So I guess since the characters are similar, it's probably pretty helpful. But it's unlike English where the alphabet looks completely different.
Yeah. And then, yeah, speaking of writing as well, did you practice how to write your Japanese name? I know that for a lot of Asians who grew up in America, their name is usually the first thing they try to learn.
Yeah, my name is probably the one thing I've practiced many times, so I think I can still write it, but my writing itself is not great. It definitely looks like maybe an elementary school kid wrote it.
Well, yeah, can't really blame you for that. My husband is Taiwanese but grew up in the US, and he had the same struggle.
Okay, yeah, it's always the worst when a native speaker tries to read your writing.
So how did you practice it? Did you have a worksheet, like a book for that?
Yeah, there's some notebooks that I had that have squares on the paper, and it's specifically for practicing the characters. So you just practice writing each character over and over on each page.
Oh, I think we have the same thing in Taiwan. We had to practice the same word repeatedly at least 10 times, I think. And usually our teachers emphasize strokes. Like when you write a word, you have to go from top to bottom and left to right. You can't just start from the bottom or the right.
Yeah, I remember when I was learning the characters, the order of the strokes was super important to learn. So I guess it's so you don't forget certain dashes or lines for each character.
Exactly. Pretty sure I hated those rules when I was little, and I didn't want to follow sometimes.
Yeah, I was the same. My parents always emphasized that too, and I never understood why, but I think I get it now.
在我们讨论下个主题前，想在这边提醒一下大家，如果觉得语速太快或者是太慢，记得可以随时在 Apple Podcast 或是 Spotify 的播放界面调整你想要的语速哦。那我们就回到今天的主题咯。So you said that you didn't know any English before kindergarten. So do you still remember what it was like on the first day of school?
Yeah, before kindergarten, my parents only spoke to me in Japanese, so I didn't understand English at all. And on my first day, I remember the teacher was asking each student to introduce themselves or something like that. And I just remember the teacher saying something and everyone looking at me, and I was so confused, so I just started crying.
Oh, you must have been so scared.
But there were 2 girls in my class, and they were super sweet, and they befriended me and helped me out. So after that first day, I was completely fine.
Oh, that's so cute. And and now that you are fluent in 2 languages, I wonder if you still sometimes speak like Japanese, I don't know, Japanese with English.
Yeah.
Like mixing Japanese and English.
Definitely. When I'm speaking in Japanese to my mom, I definitely always sprinkle in English words. And when I speak in English, sometimes there are words that only exist in Japanese. So that can be hard to explain too.
Yeah, I can definitely imagine that. Yeah, I have the same struggle switching between Mandarin and English, especially whenever I am in Taiwan and bumping to someone. Yeah, I accidentally say sorry instead of 对不起, which is the same thing, same meaning. And then I do the exact same thing in reverse when I'm back in the US. I will say 对不起 in Chinese when I bump into someone here in the US.
Yeah. I definitely do the same thing. I'll say sorry to everyone in Japan.
Yeah, and the people often think we are just showing off when we mix languages, but it's not that at all. Our brains just can't switch back and fast.
Yeah, exactly. It's so true.
Yeah. Then how do you keep up with Japanese now?
Every time I go to Japan now, I get super motivated to relearn my writing and reading, but usually I don't have time to study it, so I've tried to keep up with Japanese by watching anime or Japanese dramas with English subtitles.
Yeah, that's a good way to keep up with the language so you don't get rusty.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, before we wrap up today's episode, let's take a quick look at the phrase again. Keep up with means to stay current or keep practicing it.
Exactly, yeah. Between your sorry mix-ups and my Japanese handwriting, it's obvious that our brains are doing their best to keep up with 2 different worlds at once.
So true. Thanks everyone for listening and keeping up with us today. We will catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.
如果你喜欢今天的内容，别忘了订阅这个节目，也欢迎到 Apple Podcast 留下5星评论，顺便留言让我知道你对今天内容的想法。那我们就下集见喽。